Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for being here. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Have some announcements for the Cannabis Doula, and I thought, what a perfect time to make a video. I have my patchouli incense that I'm lighting. I actually love these incense. I really love patchouli. I feel like patchouli is for the gods. Whew. So I love me some patchouli. I have some. I actually just finished a pre-roll of Durban Poison earlier today, and it was awesome. So yeah, I think that's gonna be on my list of sativa narrow leaf strains. It was very great. But today, actually, maybe I should have took some notes, because I wanted to talk about doula work, being a Black doula. There's so much going on in our world currently, and it's been going on for some time. I remember 2014, speaking on the war on the wombs of Black women, and when I first became conscious to the war on the wombs of Black women. And since then, I feel like I really put myself in a position where I've been able to protect myself against the war that's going on, and really try my best to support and educate other mothers and encourage them to protect their wombs as well. And especially as it relates to pregnancy and childbirth. It's pretty much why I do what I do, to support Black women, to help us to realize, one, that we are at war, that there's a war being waged against our wombs, and a lot of us are actively participating in our own destruction and the destruction of our wombs. So a lot of my doula work has been centered around just kind of helping mothers to rethink birth, to kind of reframe our mindset, and not even our mindset, but our conditioning, because we are natural birth givers. Black women, we are the creators of, the universe. All that we see, Black women have created this. So we know exactly how to give birth. It is our innate ability and our innate just potential to, give birth, and give birth with power and with intent. So I'm not even trying to tell women how to give birth, but really helping women to reclaim their natural instinctual connection to giving birth and to mothering that we have lost due to racism and white supremacy and the medical industrial complex, this war that's happening against the wombs of Black women. It actually really pisses me off. So I really try not to talk about it, but I think it needs to be said, especially as a doula. I think a lot of doulas have this same experience in fighting in this war. Because I feel like a lot of times we're on the front lines, seeing every day what's happening to mothers who are being killed in childbirth, mothers who are not receiving superior care in hospitals or even in birthing centers or by midwives. You're not being listened to still. We're not being given proper medical care, proper pain management, proper comfort measures. We're not given a safe place to give birth. And I can literally go on and on about all the things that we're missing within the realms of giving birth safely, and what women in birthing families actually need in order to give birth safely. We don't have that. And being a doula really puts me in this position where I feel like mothers aren't being equipped with the things that they need in order to properly give birth. And this is actually why I became a childbirth educator. Originally, I was just doing doula work, and I really felt that mothers, well, my doulas actually didn't make it to my births. And so I really learned the importance of educating myself. And so as a doula, I'm really focused on making sure that clients are educating themselves. I can give you the resources and, you know, support you in your education, but you need to be educating yourselves and empowering yourselves through your pregnancy so that you can have a safe birth. A lot of families think that you can hire a doula and you're going to have a great birth and you don't have to do any work because you have a doula who's going to do all that for you. But that's not how it works at all. You have to be willing to research, to make informed decisions, to do all the work that's necessary to have a safe birth. Pregnancy is a 9-month experience. It's a spiritual journey that you have to go through in order to reach parenthood. Parenthood is an experience that you have 9 months to prepare for. Childbirth is the same way. You have 9 months to prepare for childbirth. So everything that you're doing while you're pregnant is preparation for childbirth and preparation for parenting. I think we forget that. We're so caught up in the dealing with pregnancy symptoms that we're not focused on the end goal, which is childbirth. So we have to prepare for childbirth, and I feel like a lot of mothers aren't preparing for childbirth. They're just kind of expecting their doulas to be there to support them and to talk to the doctors for them and all this stuff, but that's not how it works. And even expecting doulas to do all that, doulas aren't being paid enough to do all that. And even as a Black doula, where a lot of us are doing this work for free or being underpaid. We're not paid what we're worth at all, because a lot of Black families don't see or even know the value in hiring a doula, and they expect doulas to do the work for free. So, man, just like expecting Black doulas, and even in comparison to white doulas, Black doulas are expected to do this work for free because of the maternal mortality rate, and again, because a lot of families don't hire doulas. We're expected to do this work for free, and they treat us like we're expected to do this work for free. So even trying to have a business, even trying to have a doula business isn't really sustainable, because we're expected to do this work for free, and a lot of times we're doing this work for free. So not only that though, I feel like a lot of doulas are trained to just kind of lead their clients into this medical industrial complex. And it's sick. It's really sick, because obviously mothers aren't given the care and support that they need. So I just can't reason working within a system that is killing mothers and is not supporting families. And I'm looked at as crazy for talking about holistic birth practices and evidence-based care. It's really crazy to me. A lot of mothers, and I've been realizing this all morning. I feel like the universe has revealed all of this to me today, and that's exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. Mothers aren't being supported properly. A lot of shit that's going on in these hospitals and by these white midwives is not evidence-based. It's biased. It's biased care, racist care in these situations, and we need to completely pull ourselves out of the system. We are participating in a system that is not serving our families. We are participating as doulas. We are participating. A lot of us have been silenced. I say this all the time. And this is actually why I started advocating so hard for the use of cannabis, because a lot of us are being silenced. A lot of us are being kept out of hospitals. You know, they're calling us the angry black doulas, coming in hospitals and advocating for our patients. And just the whole energy surrounding this is not healthy. And so I choose not to participate. So I've actually already stopped physically attending births. So like I said, I equip and empower families to be educated, have knowledge and evidence-based information surrounding pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum. So my work as a doula and childbirth educator is providing families with these resources and information that they need to have a safe and healthy birth. I'm not holding hands, especially within hospitals, knowing what's happening in hospitals, knowing how complicit nurses and doctors, the shit that's going on, I refuse. So until we can come up with better ways to give birth, I'm just gonna pull back because this isn't what I signed up for. I don't support medicalized births. I don't support families just going into birthing situations and not being informed about childbirth. A lot of families aren't seeking holistic childbirth education or natural childbirth education, and I just cannot support these ignorant decisions, these very ignorant decisions to go into hospitals without the proper care and knowledge and support of actually what's happening here. In there, I should say, because I'm not going in there. Until family, I pray that families who are knowledgeable, who are conscious enough to understand what's happening in these hospitals as it relates to Black birthing families, I pray you seek out the information and support that you need. Seek out midwives and doulas who are not complicit in the system, who can safely advocate for their patients and safely support their patients and really listen to their patients and not try to enforce these white supremacist ideals of birth and pregnancy into your experience, because that's what's happening and that's what is killing mothers. So I choose not to participate as a doula in this system anymore. So I will be focusing on yoni steaming to support the Black womb and support other women as well, because that's just what I'm here to do. I still will be talking about cannabis education. I still will be teaching cannabis education and workshops and things like that. But I won't be participating in a system that is not supporting mothers in finding natural alternatives to support the birthing process, or not encouraging holistic comfort measures that are forcing mothers into non-evidence-based procedures and interventions and inductions and epidurals and Pitocin. All that I don't have time for. But I will gladly give my clients the education that they need in order to make the best decision for them. I will gladly give you information about cannabis as an analgesia for childbirth and to support pregnancy and postpartum as well. But I can't support this westernized approach to childbirth. I think that's just what it is. It's just so beyond me. It just doesn't make sense. No part of this Western approach of obstetrics and gynecology, no part of it is evidence-based. Even fucking C-sections, and I know people have a lot to say about cesarean births and things like that, but unless it's an emergency, it's not evidence-based. C-sections is major surgery, and I think that the fact that so many nurses and doctors are trying to normalize it as a safe, common procedure is damaging, and it's doing a lot of damage to Black mothers. That's why the maternal mortality rate is what it is. So we have to do better. We have to make better decisions. I've had so many clients who I have, given them natural remedies for a lot of things that they were having issues with. And I had experiences where they still listened to their doctors and still had, negative outcomes. So it's really a matter of making that decision. If you're going to listen to your doctors, that with no other, if you're going to listen to your doctors without using your own brain, without using your instincts, without weighing the risks and the benefits, without doing all the work that's required in order to make an informed decision, I just can't support families. I can't support clients like that who are just making ignorant choices going into hospitals. You need to get rid of all fear that you have about birth, and even just expecting your care provider to be the one that provides you with education it's not healthy, and it's ignorant. It's an ignorant thing to do. So I encourage you to be empowered in your birthing experiences, to really seek education and to really seek out the educators who are trying to get this education out. Because a lot of organizations, hospitals, they don't want this information in their hospitals. So keep that in mind. If you're wondering why you see doulas like myself not in hospitals or just not saying anything, it's just because it's stressful to have mothers constantly being fed into these systems with doulas, black doulas too, who are not conscious of what's going on. So that's that on that note. But I will be putting the Holistic Cannabis Consumption, Pregnancy, Childbirth, and Postpartum online course. It will be completely online, self-paced for families who are interested in getting the information on cannabis use during pregnancy. I will be putting all of that online. I will also have the Cannabis and Family Wellness course, full course online, self-paced as well. And all the resources with those classes. So with the Holistic Cannabis Consumption class, there's also a guidebook and a cannabis journal that I call the Cannabis Diary because it's so cute, that you can use to support you through that class, support you in making an informed decision about cannabis and about other holistic measures to support pregnancy. But this course, again, is really for families who are looking for natural alternatives, who aren't trying to have these medicalized births, and for care providers and other people who support medical cannabis use during pregnancy. So that's that. I will be focusing on yoni steaming. If you aren't familiar with yoni steaming has so many wonderful benefits. It really helps support the womb in very powerful ways. Peri-steam hydrotherapy not only supports women and supports the yoni, but it also supports men and penises as well. We all have a pelvic floor that can benefit from yoni steaming, getting our root chakra balanced, our sacral chakra balanced. It really helps with fertility if you have issues with period pain, cysts, cramps, GI issues, if you have digestion issues, anything like that. Really, pretty much anything can be supported with yoni steaming, because it just helps to increase circulation, gets everything in your body moving, helps with energy and all this wonderful stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about yoni steaming, I'm happy to tell you more, and we will be introducing cannabis, of course, into our yoni steaming sessions, with various methods of consumption. So not only we'll be introducing the herbs into the actual yoni steaming sessions, but you'll also be able to consume cannabis teas and other cannabis consumption methods to support holistic health and wellness. So that's where we are. I'll still be talking about the benefits of cannabis use during pregnancy. I'll still be holding cannabis care consultations and giving individualized care plans to women and birthing families who are interested in learning more about cannabis use during pregnancy. But I will be focusing on yoni steaming and focusing on sharing cannabis education and herbal education with families, teaching families how to not only grow their own cannabis plants, but also make your own medicine. So I really want to train doulas to be cannabis educators and cannabis caregivers, to kind of get away from all the pharmaceutical medications that are offered to women during pregnancy. And I know that this is the use of herbs during pregnancy for some people may be hard to digest, because a lot of doctors have told you that it may be harmful and things like that. But I really want to focus on educating women and families who are solely interested in actual holistic remedies, yoga, endocannabinoid systems, and supporting our endocannabinoid system. Introducing herbs, like I said, into our diet, holistic lifestyle. And not even, a lot of times we have this cliquish mentality where it's, if you don't eat meat, you can't hang with me and stuff like that. But that doesn't serve us here. So we're really talking about holistic lifestyles, whether you eat meat or not. We really want to make sure that we're building a functioning and healthy endocannabinoid system with cannabinoid practices, which are practices that mimic the effects of cannabis to support the endocannabinoid system, and introducing phytocannabinoids like THC, like CBD, and others to support our holistic health and wellness. So that's what I'll be doing with the Cannabis Doula. So definitely feel free to continue to support and donate to our Shatter the Stigma campaign. We're really hoping to get this education out so that we can support women and families in more profound ways. And thank you so much for tuning in to this very random video. I just had a revelation that I feel like I had to share. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you're a doula, and you support the use of cannabis and just kind of getting away from, this medicalized system that's killing Black mothers, and you want to do something different and support the endocannabinoid system in birthing families, and educate on cannabis use, safe, holistic cannabis use to support pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum, and breastfeeding, and everything like that, please connect. I am building a directory of birthing professionals who support medical cannabis as an alternative to pharmaceutical drugs used during pregnancy, especially used during childbirth, which are dangerous to both mother and baby. So please support the Cannabis Doula. Join, check out the cannabisdoula.org. We have a listing, a directory that's going to be set up for parents to find doulas who support the use of cannabis in their stay, and other birth professionals as well. So thank you again for tuning in. Please follow me on Instagram if you don't. Connect with me on the cannabisdoula.org, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Bye-bye.